Lloyd Blankfein, CEO of Goldman Sachs, might be in some serious trouble. As my grandma would say, whoa, what happened here? Well, he is hiring a specialist, guy by the name of Reed Weingarten. He's a Washington defense attorney. He's represented some people like Bernie Ebbers and some of the other top people accused of fraud and serious criminal misconduct in the financial world and in the corporate world before. Now, what every analyst seems to agree with is that you don't hire that guy unless you think you're in a world of trouble, and that significant charges might be coming up ahead. So now there's discussion the Justice Department might not just go after deals that Goldman Sachs was involved in on a civil level, but they might actually go after the executives, obviously including the CEO, Lloyd Blankfein, and that they might go after him not just for the deals, but for perjury in front of Congress. Because, for example, Lloyd Blankfein said that they did not have any major short bets against their own clients, meaning that they weren't on the other side of those transactions making money off of their clients losing money. And that's just not true. Everybody knows it's not true. The question is, can you prove perjury in a court of law? And more important question is, will the Justice Department even bother? And if you were laying down a bet that they weren't going to bother, that would have been a pretty decent bet throughout, since so far, out of all of what appears to be incredible fraud from the banking industry throughout all these years, there's only been 3 cases brought, and none of them were against the top executives, any of the executives at these top banks, right? So is the Justice Department really going to bring a criminal cases against Lloyd Blankfein? Be still my heart. I'm amazed that it's even possible. Nomi Prince, who used to be a former managing director of Goldman Sachs, she's now on the right side and exposing all the things that Goldman Sachs does. She wrote about how it might be more serious charges than perjury, that you don't go to Weingarten unless you're in a world of trouble. So maybe not just fraud charges against Goldman Sachs, perjury charges against executives, but maybe even criminal fraud charges against those same executives, which could be a whole different level. And it obviously is going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. Goldman Sachs stocks are beginning to dip a little bit on the news. People are significantly concerned. If Eric Holder actually does something, if he comes up out of his cave and actually does something, it would be amazing. It would be the most surprising news we've had in a long time, especially if he goes after the head of Goldman Sachs, who more than richly deserves it. So, overall, here's what I got to say about that.
Can't wait.
Took a while, but I got there.
Have we hit campaign season? I mean, like I'm saying, if we get just over a year of serious, like, fist in the face policies, I'll take it for a minute.
Here's what I got to say about that. That's an interesting point. Now, look, here's the thing. President Obama could actually put us in a very difficult position because we think that he hasn't done much, right? And there are still a lot of other Democrats and liberals, people who call themselves liberals or progressives, who think that President Obama is awesome, but they were shocked and chagrined to find out that there was political opposition. And once they realized there was political opposition, they thought, well, that's it. We have to give up. We obviously can't accomplish much at all. Oh, my God, I didn't know there were people on the other side. So anyway, that constant battle that's been going on. And obviously, we think we're right on the facts, but Obama can come in over the next year, not really get anything done, but be like, I'm such a progressive. I'm going to go get you jobs. I'm going to help Latinos. I'm going to go after Goldman Sachs and the bankers, yada, yada, yada. And then, then that puts us in a tough spot because then the other guys will yell and be like, see, look at all that Obama's doing. But what did I tell you all along? How many years ago did I say this? Okay, that once we hit campaign season, President Obama will be 10 times more progressive. When it comes to action, when it comes to speeches and winning elections, he apparently thinks the country is very progressive because he gets much more progressive during campaigns. So you do have that to look forward to. But on the other hand, Jayar, look, criminal charges are criminal charges. They ain't nothing to mess with. They're a little Wu-Tang.